What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I take a look the other day at all of my videos and I have that impression all the time that I'm gonna fall asleep and fall off the chair because I see no energy in my videos. And I was like, man, that's not me. I have a lot of energy in real life, and for everybody that knows me, I'm definitely not like that. But see, some weird things happen every time you turn on the camera. If you're not used to it, and even if you're used to it, I was listening to Peter McKinnon the other day. The guy has 5.5 million subscribers on YouTube. He's been doing YouTube for years now. And he says vlogging, for example, right? It still doesn't get easy for him. There still are times when he feels like it's weird, to talk in front of a camera, especially in front of the people. Now, I don't talk in front of anybody, I'm all alone in this room. I was all alone in the other room. Because when you turn on the camera, like I said, a few things start to happen. You go blank, and then you go blank, and you go blank again, and then you look like a deer in the headlights. You start losing your words, your ideas, your sentences start not making sense, and you start sweating. At least this is what happens to me every time I turn the camera on. Now, the thing is, I feel like it's easier to talk on a stage in front of a lot of people, because I did it a few times in my life, than to talk to a camera. It's super weird. So, my energy goes down and it's just not fun. And, when I started the channel, I did not know a thing about filmmaking. I didn't know a thing about cameras or lights or, audio or editing. I knew nothing like that. So I basically just decided it is what it is. I'm just gonna put myself out there. Well, 20 videos in, and I believe I'm getting better, at least if you guys don't say anything in the comments section, but I am getting better. So I have this new place now, and I have better everything, including better audio. I edit my videos better, but my energy is still lacking, and I don't freaking know how to fix that. So I said I will not give a crap about who's listening to me behind a wall or behind the door. I'm just gonna talk about how I feel. I'm gonna be louder, I'm gonna have more energy, and I'm just gonna put content out there. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm about to say right now is I'm gonna try and make the content more interesting by having more energy, smiling more, and cranking up jokes. So with that being said, you guys already know what I'm about to ask you now. Destroy the like button, my friend. Also destroy the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to turn on the notification so you never miss when I drop a new video. See, the thing with YouTube, if you don't know, but you should probably know by now because I'm sure your favorite YouTuber says that in every video just like me, YouTube algorithm is weird, and they don't always put my video on the first front page whenever you open YouTube, right? That's why you should hit that bell icon button, because now YouTube will notify you when I drop a new video, so you're alerted. And they'll be like, hey, your favorite YouTuber dropped a new video, go watch it. So with that being said, let's get into today's episode. Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at one of my watches, which is a Seiko SNK800 Series, and more specific, I have the 805, which comes in a green color. Now, I keep hearing a lot of great things about this watch, some of them being the fact that, the best watch for $100, the best watch for $100, the best automatic watch for $100, Seiko SNK best watch for $100. Is Seiko SNK best watch for $100? And I just hear so many things about it, but I have it, and I have it for quite a while now. I think I have it for about 2 years, and I was excited when I bought it. I was really excited. I was like, man, $100, it's really a good deal for an automatic Seiko watch. But when you start saying that this is the best watch for $100, that is a very strong statement. Number one, when you say that this is the best automatic field watch for $100, yeah, I can talk about that. Yeah, I can agree with that. If I say that this is the best automatic Seiko watch for $100, yeah, Seiko doesn't really have anything cheaper and better than this. When you go in more details about the name that you give to this watch, it does make sense, right? But when you are so generic and the only thing you put is the price, that hey, this is the best watch for $100, it's hold on, wait a second. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about this particular watch. I want to tell you the things I like about it, because it is indeed a good watch. and the things that I don't like about it, and the things that I don't agree with most of the reviews on YouTube. And because I've owned it for 2 years, I feel like I know a little better. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the dimensions. Case size is 37 millimeters with a thickness of about 10 millimeters, lug to lug 42. Now this watch from the start is not big. It's not for large wrists. This watch, it accommodates small to maybe medium size wrist, but small would be better unless you're a medium size like me and prefer a little smaller watches, then that would work for you too. So the watch does not fit a large variety of wrists, which the good thing is that a lot of people have smaller wrists and they find it hard to, fit a 40 millimeter or 42 millimeter watch. So this is perfect for that. The bad thing for whoever likes the watch and has a huge wrist, obviously, yeah. Now the other cool thing about the watch that I really like is the fact that it has a date complication. I think this is really useful. Having the date and the day always on a wrist, this is very useful. It saves you a lot of time and it's just comfortable. It's comfortable. Anytime you look down on it, it tells you 3 things. It tells you the time, it tells you the date, and it tells you the date, which is great. A lot of times we know it's Monday, but what freaking date? Or we might know the date, we might not know the date, doesn't really matter, but sometimes we're like, man, what day is it today? Oh, it's Tuesday, because this guy is telling you that. So this is another beautiful thing. The cool thing also is the fact that it has an open case back. So for all the freaks out there, including myself, that love to have a look at the back of the watch to see the movement, and anytime you feel bored and you take the watch off your wrist to kind of give it it's great to have it. It's great to have it. You look at all of the details and you're like, man, how the hell did they fit all of that in there? It's a lot, but it's fun. This is a fun thing. This is, if people have a preference to see movements, then they got it. They got it. This is cool. I like it. And you don't have a lot of options for a $100 watch that has an open case back. So there you go. The second hand is cool with a touch of red at the end of it, which is kind of more pronounced, and it's easier for you to, whenever you're in a hurry or just looking quickly down at the watch, you understand faster where like the time is and all that. The minute and hour hand are bigger, so they're very pronounced and they're very easy to read it again. I have the green dial, and they're also available in different other colors such as black, blue, beige, and green. Yeah, I think these are some of the only colors, but that's still a large variety. A lot of the watches don't have any of them, so you have 4 color choices, which is great. I'm not too sure how it looks on other watches, if it's easier to read the time or not. I'm assuming it's easier to read the time if your watch is black, because then you have a bigger contrast with the numbers and the hands being white against the black dial. But the cool thing is also at night, in the dark, it's got pretty good lume. How do you call it? I forgot how you call it. Doesn't really matter. But at night you can read time easier because the hands are so pronounced, and because they have that shines at night. I forgot the name. You get the idea. Now taking a look at the strap. This is the original strap that it came with. It says Seiko here. I would say that the strap is really good. The strap is tough, is rugged, and I like the fact that here in the middle they put this piece of leather which protects it and reinforces it. So a lot of the times the leather straps or NATO straps would start breaking over where you constantly position when you put your watch on your wrist. So that hole constantly gets like bigger and bigger because it's overused, right? So because of that reinforcement, I think it's a great addition and it makes it that much better. Now, there's some things that I don't like about this watch, and these things are so critical, and these are the things that I think takes this watch from that category that everybody puts it at, the best watch for $100. And that is, number 1, the most important thing. The watch has only 30 meters of water resistance. So this is, I get it. This is a field watch, right? It doesn't necessarily, it's not a diver's watch. But listen to me. When you say that the watch is the best for $100, then the only category you put it is the $100 mark. And there's a lot of other sub smaller categories under $100. You know, divers watches, field watches, Seiko watches, automatic watches. And again, if you aren't specific about which category you put this watch as being the best, then I'm here to tell you that it's not the best. So water resistance, really bad, really bad. This watch, like, do not keep it anywhere close to the water, unless you work in the office or you work in an environment, or it doesn't really even have to do anything with the work. But I guess if you are not gonna plan to, you know, take it to any outdoor stuff, then this is a good watch. It's really good. It is worth the money, and it's worth the money regardless. It's just not the best watch for $100. But again, this was the number one thing that I don't like about it. Second thing, it's good and bad, and this is the crown. The crown is located at 4 o'clock, which makes it very comfortable when it's on your wrist. It doesn't get in the way. But the problem with it is that it's so small, and although I have like girly, small little fingers, I still find it very hard to adjust the time. Like, the crown is too small, just too small and too uncomfortable. I don't like that. I mean, I guess this is personal preference, but most of you out there would get pretty annoyed adjusting the time because the crown is so small, and even when you pull it out, it comes out just a little bit, and like, you barely grab it. You barely can grab it. And the last thing about the watch is the fact that it feels cheap. So the whole case, it's matte, which it gives that titanium look, but the watch is not titanium. Titanium is really light. This watch is fairly light too, but this gives it a cheaper look. So I don't like that. And then the other thing is the crystal. They say they use Hardlex crystal, which is not that scratch resistant, but also when you touch it, every time you hit it, just take a listen. It sounds really cheap. It sounds cheap, and every time I wear the watch, and that's the reason why I don't wear it very often, but when I do, and let's say I, you know, walk and like hit it onto something, when I do some work and I hit it, the sound that it makes being so cheap, it just makes me not want to wear it. It's, you know, when you hear the words best watch for $100, you're looking at everything, you know. What's the movement like? What's the case like? What's the bracelet or strap like, you know? What's the water resistance? How durable is it? How resistant is it? How scratch resistant is it? So you're looking at all these things, and you can't mark any of them, you know, with one exception of being a pretty watch, because it is a pretty watch. It turns heads, like, you know, it's so simple, and it's just so tasteful. I really like how it looks, and I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. But I'm here to tell you the good and the bad, and I'm here to tell you that it's well worth the price, but sure as hell is not the best watch for $100. And for example, I have my Invicta watch, which I know Invicta watches get a lot of hate too, but I would say that watch is much better for $100 than this, with one reason, that watch is very durable. That watch has 200 meters of water resistance. It's a banger. It also has an open case back. It's a pretty fine watch, but having them side by side, owning them both for a very long time, I'm here to tell you that that one is a better watch for $100, with one exception. The name Invicta gets a lot of hate, and then Seiko definitely gets a lot of love. So you do you, but I am here again, like I said, to tell you the good and the bad, how I see it. I've owned it for so long. So if you are an outdoors person, if you like a lot of the, you know, fun activities, this is probably not the watch. If you're more of a quieter person, you like reading and you like to chill at home, you know, drink some wine, go to work. If you're like more passive, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I guess if you're not like fully energized, going out, you know, making things happen, and like, then yeah, this is a great watch for you. This is a great watch for you, and it's worth every single penny. It only depends on what you do and your personality. This watch is worth it from, you know, somebody's perspective, and it might not be worth it from a different perspective. It's overall still a great watch. Seiko is an amazing brand. They've been around for so long, and they've done some incredible things. And, you know, Invicta, for example, being a much better watch, the brand is just trash and people hate it. And besides the pro diver, they don't really do anything nice. So back to the point that it only depends on what you plan to use it for, and that's what should help you into making up your mind if you should buy this watch or not. So that's it. With that being said, this is my take on the Seiko SNK805. Again, 805 is the particular color, the one that I have. There's 809, which is the black, 803, which is, I'm not sure, the blue or the beige, but you Google the SNK800 series and you'll get all of the colors. It's a fun watch. It's a fun watch. But that's pretty much everything I have to say. If you guys dig this video, drop me one of these, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you guys think of this Seiko. And if you plan to get it, also let me know. And if you don't plan to get it, let me know. And let me know down below, what do you guys think the best watch for $100 is in your personal opinion. Take care.